Hello, welcome back everyone. Today I'm just going to have a look at these two Chinese elms. This one, it was has a kind of a funny bend in it here, so that's why I decided to make this rock for it. This was made out of a big piece of polystyrene, which I sculpted with a blowtorch, and then I coated it in concrete, a few coats of concrete, and did a bit of carving in the concrete, as you can see, just to make it look like the tree is grown on the side of a mountainy kind of a thing. This one is losing some of its leaves for the winter. I leave all these outside for the winter. I don't bring any of them in. They all seem to do okay. So what I'm going to do today is just trim them back a bit, take off any dead branches or branches growing in the wrong direction, straight up, things like that. And this one here is getting a bit big, so I'm going to take that back to there. It's getting a bit chunky. Now I have this branch here, which it's got a few wire scars on it because I didn't realise I'd left wire on it before. But once it fills out and the summer hides them, so I didn't realise there was still wire on it. Should have been checking, I suppose. But this branch here, I think, might be a bit low. I don't know. I was debating whether to take it off completely or wire it back up a bit, but I think I could maybe bring it down more. This branch up here is quite, I don't know, it's hard to kind of visualize it now without leaves. But I think I might just bring it up slightly. So what I'm going to do, I'll a bit of wire. I'll just bring it up just a little bit, just to use black wire. I tend to use black wire on a lot of my deciduous trees and things like that, because even though I missed it on this one, it's easier to spot than the brown wire. So it helps you remember that it's taken off. If it starts biting in, it's easier to spot if it's starting to bite in, whereas brown wire tends to go, I find, very similar colour to the bark of the tree, and then it starts biting in and you don't even realise it's biting in until it's too late. Okay, so I think if I just put it back up there like that, that should do. I might have another look at it at a later date. Maybe glasses because I can't see that. Okay, so just going to bring that back in there a bit. Okay, so there's a lot of branches here which are crossing and things, so I'm just going to take them back a bit. Any that are growing straight up. Straight one here. I'm always trimming to an out facing bud or leaf, so that we get it ramifying in the right direction. And like I've said before, if you've watched my videos, I find with these Chinese elms, if you keep on top of the pruning, it stops them running away with you, right on you, and you end up with big long shoots with all the growth and thick branches, and then you got to trim them back, and then they're too thick, and that. But if you keep on top of your pruning, the leaves tend to stay a lot smaller. So the way I find it anyway. It's a lot less drastic work then when you do want to do a bit of trimming and stuff. Back here, see, you get shoots like this, and eventually all these leaves will die off and all the energy will go into the end. So I'll just take that back to that facing leaf there, and that one back there. Might give this another look if it does lose all its leaves. Some of them, for some reason, on the same bench are not losing the leaves at all, and then others do. Maybe it's to do with the amount of water they're getting. This one and that one both starting to get yellowing on the leaves. And this one's back, and I need to try and stop there. I'll get rid of it. Take this branch back a bit too. Okay. So I'll probably come back and have another visit this tree when it has dropped all those leaves, because when you're like this, it's hard to see what you're doing. But I just don't want it to go unchecked before winter comes. So, okay, what we'll do now is just, there's a bit of weeds in here. Take them out. So yeah, I just got a piece of polystyrene, or I can't remember, was it one big piece or a few pieces I glued together, and then I just used a blowtorch to hollow it out, to make it so it's hollowed out, and then I just layered cement over it, start with a thin layer and then just keep going, and then just scored it, scratched it, and you can see the weather is starting to get a bit of algae growing on it and stuff. Just look a bit more natural. I cemented it. When I cemented it into this tray. So there's drain holes under the tray. No, it hasn't got very big feet, but the rock itself is actually attached to the tray. So just get the trunk. Has some nice old flaky bark on the trunk, this one. Like that, you can sometimes you buy these trees and they've got very S-shaped bends and stuff, and they're not the most natural looking, but sometimes best to just chop off the S. This was, as you see there, was it kind of went up and then came up, and so I just chopped the top off, or air laid it off. Now that's nearly healed over now, and I just kept the bottom bit to make this stronger. As you see, it's got some old flaky bark on it. And this plant, which if you've seen me my videos before, tends to grow in all my pots. I bought one little plant of it a couple of years ago, and it just spreads around the whole garden. But things like this, it kind of, it's not too bad on. Okay, so that's just kind of a bit of a quick look at that one, and an update on it. We'll have a look at this other one now. Got here in a minute. That's the other one. So this one I just planted next to a rock. It kind of had 3 big roots, so I kind of slotted the rock into it. The rock goes right to the bottom of the pot, so I may lift this out of this pot next spring and bring it up a bit more. It's well gripped onto the rock now. The only thing I don't really like with it is at the moment this root comes down and kind of stops dead where it's been chopped. It has a new root here. This root here is covering it a bit, and all the moss and stuff is covering it. But you can see the rock keeps going down. But what I might do is I have a miniature fern that I got, so I might go and get that. Just plant it in here, or a piece of it, little piece of it. Maybe fill this gap. Might work. Or, well, there's a lot of big roots down there, so maybe I'll wait. And when I repot it, I'll lift it out this pot to higher it. Maybe then I'll do it. Because it's got a lot of roots now. Going in all directions. And see the rock there. The tree itself. It's again another one of these twisty ones, but it was kind of a tight twist. So I angled it again, and it seems to be coming out quite nice. I arranged it so I could grow this so kind of over the rock and give it a bit of shade over the rock, which is helping the moss and everything growing it. And this one again, not too much I want to do with it because it's still just take anything that's kind of going a bit out of the profile. It's got some nice branch structure at the top. This side. The one tend to grow a bit well because they're facing the sun more on that bench. See branches like this growing straight up, you can see that there. If you leave it, it'll just keep going straight up, and then that will be taking all the energy. So I like to just keep on top of them. Like that, you tend to keep the leaves quite small if you do keep on top of them. You find if you leave them grow, you end up very big, well not very big leaves, but probably 2 or 3 times bigger than these. So I like to use this technique. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know, but it works for me. Okay, again, same with this one. I'll probably just leave it off until all the leaves are gone and then give it another check over. So there's a branch here. This one, which could either be reduced or brought down a bit. It's just sticking up a little high. You see from the side there, it's sticking out a bit. Maybe take it down slightly. different structure in the top. And like that I have a little fern, a small leaf. I'll get that to show you. Okay, this is the fern. You see it's got quite a small leaf on it. So I was thinking if I planted a little piece in here just to hide this ugly bit of the root. But when I look down there now, I have some big, this root comes up straight across there, and there's another one going straight across. I don't know if you can see that in there, the light, but so I'll wait till I can move them roots out the way. And we'll have a look at it again in the spring. Like I said, the rock goes a lot deeper and it goes right to the bottom of the pot, so the whole tree could possibly be lifted. So, yeah. So that's that way. And that's the other one. And they're all, just keep an eye on them. And so if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, and we'll see you in the next one.